Okay, so I just wanted to share with you guys some tips and ideas. Thomas and I have run so many different booths. We've done so many different events, and we have learned our lesson the hard way. And so I want to kind of save you guys from going through the hard way of following up, wrong, or just not doing the booth the best. So anyway, blah blah blah. Okay, so first off, the biggest thing is going to be to get your contacts organized. I highly recommend using DOUGH, the DOUGH. Put those people in there. Put them on. You're going to contact them every 2 weeks, so you can change it to contact every 2 weeks, and star them. So star them because they. Yes, every 2 weeks. So make sure you star them because they're priority. And you're going to contact them every 2 weeks starting this week. So this week you should be working through all your contacts as quickly as possible. Like tonight you should be organizing them. And tonight also make all the notes. Like everything's fresh in your head. You guys just did this booth this past weekend. So write down your notes as you put people in DOUGH. And you don't have to use DOUGH if you have a different system that works well for you. Even if it's pen and paper, the notes on your iPhone, whatever. Just put their name, put that they are part of the Spring Fling, and put some notes about them as you're looking at their contact info. Put down that okay, so let's say it's Sarah. Sarah was part of the Spring Fling, and she talked to me about not having any energy, and she mentioned she had a son. Okay, so just any information you can remember about them, any personal information, anything significant about their health, make those notes now. Because everything's fresh in your head. That's your main focus for today. So then you're going to start working through your list, and you guys are going to follow up with these people until they're dead. Okay. So literally you follow up with people until they die. When you read their obituaries in the paper, you can stop contacting them. So that's what you do. You put people in this funnel and you keep contacting them. Now, I'm not talking about, you're not going to necessarily contact them every 2 weeks until they die. You're going to contact them every 2 weeks, get kind of a conversation going. If they say, no, I'm not really interested, they're going to go into a 2-month or a 3-month rotation. That's when you're going to put them in there and you're going to hit, I'll contact them in 3 months. And that contact is just going to be, hey, I was thinking about you. I've got a special going, wondering if now was a better time to try some of the Plexus products. So that would be the follow-up there. Okay, so you're going to follow up, you're going to get all your info, and you're going to start following up with them. The only reason you would not follow up with someone until they die is if they're a jerk. If they are a jerk or if they are mean, you don't want them on your team. You don't want them in your life. You don't need that negativity. So if they're a jerk, like to you, over the phone or in Messenger, bye-bye. You don't need that in your life, okay? So if they're mean, move on. You don't need that. But, if they're just like, no, whatever, you can continue to follow up with them. You're just going to put them on a longer rotation. Okay. So you're collecting your info now, and you're going to, make your notes today, and you're going to continue to follow up with them. And let me see. Let me grab I wrote down, hold on 2 seconds. Okay. So while you're at these vendor events, and I really should have, I meant to do this before you guys had your vendor event, but it just didn't let it happen. But when you're at these vendor events, your main focus is gathering people's information. Sales don't usually happen at the booth. It's all in the follow-up. Your sales happen in the follow-up. And those contacts afterwards. So when you're contacting them, this is what I recommend saying. Something like this. Remember, these are different ideas. It's just a springboard for your mind so that you can come up with some ideas. But this is something I'd recommend saying, and I'm going to pretend like I'm Mitzi. So I'd say, hey, Sarah, this is Mitzi. It was so great to meet you at the Spring Fling for Women this past weekend. I didn't get a chance to talk to you a whole lot, but I'm just curious. Are you at all open to taking a look at what it is that I'm doing to make some extra money? If it doesn't interfere with what you're doing already, we work with a lot of, and this is where your notes are going to come in handy. When you say, we work with a lot of moms, or maybe she was a realtor. We work with a lot of realtors, or maybe she was maybe she's got a family. We work with a lot of families. We work with a lot of individuals. So you're going to say something that resonates with them. If you don't know a whole lot about them, you can say individual. You know, we work with a lot of individuals in this field, but if you know she was a mom, we work with a lot of moms. Maybe it was a guy, and maybe he did, landscaping or something. You know, we work with a lot of guys, or a lot of landscapers, or a lot of fitness focused people, or whatever. And then you'll say, are you open to taking a look? If not, no worries at all. So you're opening a door. You're just going to see if they're open, and you're going to give them an out. That's all you're doing. You're going to see if they're open to taking a look. And I said the part about, are you at all open to taking a look at what it is that I am doing to make some extra money? Now, if you're not wanting to go that approach, I always love going the business approach, because you can fall back on the product. So I love to talk to people about, hey, are you interested in looking at what I'm doing to make some extra money? If not, no worries. And if they say, no, I really love my job or whatever, then you can say, our products are really great for energy and gut health. Would you want to take a look at the products? Maybe take a look at trying some. And you can kind of come back and talk about the products. But this business opportunity that we have with Plexus is so amazing. I love talking to people about the business. Now, if for some reason you're talking to somebody and maybe something about them, and you just want to focus on the products, that's totally fine. You can change that wording. You can say, are you at all open to taking a look at what it is that I'm doing to stay healthy, or to get healthy and stay healthy? So you can have it more of a product, take a look at what I'm doing to stay healthy and get healthy. And remember, then we work with a lot of fill in the blank. And then you're going to say, you're going to give them that out. Are you open to taking a look? If not, no worries. Now, when they say yes, when they say, sure, I'll take a look, can you explain it to me? Or sure, I'll take a look. You say, well, I have a video that does a better job than I do. It's pretty short. If I send it over, you have time to take a look at it. This gives you the opportunity to give them third-party validation and to use the Plexus products the Plexus tools that we have. So you're going to send them the, let's see, the ambassador video, or you're going to send them the product video, or you might even send them 2 videos. You could say, okay, watch this video first. This one explains, what we're about. And then I couldn't help myself. I love this video. It's only 3 minutes long. And you could send them one by Ame Darling, who is what is she? What does she do? She's a naturopath. She's a naturopath. Or you could send her, send a quick one from the ER doc that talks about his experience with the products. So those are, you could send them 2 videos, one that explains what you do, it's the ambassador video, or the product video that they just came out with. And then you could send them the ER doc or Ame Darling, just a shorter video. So, but let the video do the talking so that they have third-party confirmation. So it's not just you having to come up with all this information and you're going, well, Plexus is this, Plexus is that, and Plexus is this. You can just send the information, let the video do the talking. That's what it's there for, and it's third-party confirmation. Another thing to do today, not only write down your notes, but what was I going to say? Crud. Oh, add them on Facebook. try and find all of your contacts on Facebook. So add them on Facebook, write down your notes about them. And this can really help. If you can find them on Facebook, you can make your notes in dough and be like, okay, Sarah has 3 kids, Sarah lives in the Valley, or Sarah lives in Anchorage, or, whatever information you can find, you just have a little bit more information. And then so friend them on Facebook and try to message them there. I would send them a friend request and contact there. And then whatever contact information you have for them, if you can't find them on Facebook and you only have an email address, then email them. And then if you're given a phone number, text them or call them, whichever one you're most comfortable with. And you're going to do your spiel. You're going to say, hey, Sarah, this is Mitzi. We met at the Spring Fling this past weekend. It was so nice to meet you. I didn't get a whole lot of time to talk, and I was just curious. Are you interested in what I have? And you're going to kind of go from there. But big things is write down your notes about these people right now, add them on Facebook, and start your follow-up. And you want to complete, I don't know how many contacts you guys each got, but you're going to want to complete your contacts by this week. And then make sure you star them in dough if you're going to use dough. It's DOUGH. Star them in dough and put them on a 2-week rotation. And make sure you put the notes in there. So this helps you be organized and you don't lose these people. So those are my biggest tips right now, is to get organized and send this message out. You're just opening a door, you're asking if they're interested, and you're giving them an out. So the worst they can say is no. And then if they say no, you're going to put them on that 2 to 3 month rotation. You're still going to follow up with them. Just remember, when they do pop up and you see Spring Fling, and remember, when they say no, make a note of it. So Sarah told me no on Tuesday, the 23rd. Make a note of it, of when it happens, so that, say, in July. So in July, when she pops back up, because she's in the 3rd month rotation, you're going to see that she told you no in April. So you're going to go to her Facebook page, and you're going to see what she's up to, and then send her a message. Hey, Sarah, I see you guys are enjoying camping this summer. This is Mitzi from the Spring Fling back in April. You said you weren't interested back in April. I was just wondering if July is a better time for you. Would you be curious about some of our energy products or our meal replacement? So that's your kind of follow-up that you're going to do. She tells you no again. You're going to make a note of that. And in 3 months, when you follow up with her, you're just going to go on her Facebook page and comment on a picture, or something like that. It's called dripping. You're just going to drip on people, but you keep dripping on people, because I tell you what, those people come back around. And now you're friends on Facebook. So she's seeing your posts, she's seeing what you're saying, and that kind of dripping it pays off, guys. And it sounds crazy, but those people come back around. And I have seen it happen. Like a year later, I'm like, whoa, where'd you come from? I'm like, I don't even know how I know this person. And then I remember I met them at a booth. So it's amazing that they do come around. So just keep putting them in there. This is adding people to the funnel. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now. If you guys have any questions?
Now, should I go ahead and add them to the dough as well? Or is there another, should I create a group? And then that way they'll go ahead and get information about Plexus. For instance, I could do a health and happiness group, and just go ahead and add them to that and make them a member of Plexus. Is that something that you would recommend? Or should I wait until they express more interest in the product?
Good question. I always wait for people to express more interest before adding them to an informational group like Gut Health and Happiness. Because if you friend them on Facebook, send them a message, and add them to a group all in the same week, you're going to overwhelm them. They're going to be like, whoa, 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 what are you adding me to a group for? Because you haven't quite built that relationship up just a little bit in order for them to be like, okay. So I would, and with something like that, especially not knowing them super well, I I would ask them. So you're going to want to get a little bit of a response back from them. So you're going to send them that initial message. Are they open to hearing about it? Giving them an out if they're not. And then let's say a good example of this is, let's say they tell you not right now. And let's say in 3 weeks, you see them post on Facebook that they struggle with migraines. That would be a perfect opportunity to go in and message and say, hey, Sarah, I know you weren't interested, 3 weeks ago in my product. Just so happens it really helps with migraines. I was curious, would you like to be added to a group that talks more about this and just gives you information? No strings attached, no worries if you don't want to, but this group is great. It's got about 60,000 people in it, and we talk about the product and how it helps. Yes. So that would be a perfect opportunity to open that door and ask for them to be added to that group. And then the beautiful thing about that is they get dripped on by other people. So it's great to be able to get them in a group, but just look for those opportunities. Don't just add them right away. That would be my suggestion. Good question, though. All right. Anything else?
Okay, thank you for that, for the answer.
Okay.
And right now, I don't think I have any questions for myself, no. Well, you know what? If I do have any other questions, what's a good time to join in, to go ahead and try to get interest to join the group? So, for instance, should I try to do maybe something local? We have a sip and see event that's going to be happening here soon, and I'm wondering if that would be a good opportunity. Try to invite people there with the sip and see to see if they'd be willing to join the group and see what the response is.
That's a great question. So while you guys were at the event, did you mention the sip and see to anyone?
Mm-hmm.
You guys did?
No, I didn't mention it. No.
Okay.
I did to one person. She was real interested.
I was just thinking, if they're going to go ahead and give me their name and email, I was thinking maybe I could say, hey, we have a special event that's occurring. We do it once a month. And just go ahead and try to encourage them to give me more information about themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes it may work and sometimes it might not.
Yeah.
It might not.
Yeah, but I think in your initial message, to mention the sip and see. You can say your initial message that I just read, and then you can say, oh, also, we have an event at Jitters in Eagle River. It's going to be this Sunday, 2:30 to 5:30. It's a great place to just get information. And something I always like to say is, this is informational only. Leave your money at home. Just come and learn more about the product. And you can use that great with the wording of, hey, I know we didn't get a whole lot of time to talk at the event. I was curious if you'd be interested in coming to a sip and see. This is just a time to learn about the product and kind of taste some things, no strings attached. And then you can kind of bring it up. I think that's a great idea, Mitzi. And,
okay, great.
And William said that he mentioned it to one lady, and she was really excited. And so, yeah, just sending out a reminder if you did say it. So I just say, hey, this is when it's going to be, and all that. All right, cool. Well, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I will post in our three-way conversation, I'll post some of the wording that I've got written down here. And then hopefully Toni will be able to catch up on this. And if Toni, if you have any questions, just put them in the three-way chat and we'll answer them. So, all right. I will see you guys later.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.